What's going on, guys? In this video, we're going to be talking about getting to our spot on time and what time we should actually start our load. We got asked this question by a guy named Henry on our last video on YouTube, so thank you for asking the question. But he asked, when do we start our load based off when the pitcher does what? Okay, and so there's a couple things with that. First off, yes, what the pitcher does, the tempo he works on, everything like that matters. But first, we have to have a really good load that allows us to get to our spot on time. So what is our spot? It's the most important time for a hitter. The spot is the moment that you actually have the ability to swing, okay, to get your best swing off, okay? The spot is not me thinking I have the ability to swing, but in order to swing, I actually have to shift my weight forward, get the front foot down, rotate the hips, slot the elbow, and then push my barrel through the zone. That is not the spot because there's so much left to do before you actually swing, before you have the ability to swing and immediately put force into the handle and get the barrel into the zone. The most important part is being able to get this thing into the zone on time, okay? And the only way to do that is to have a really good load that can get us there on time. So first and foremost, we have to have the ability to swing once we get to our spot, which is going to require a high level of technique. If your technique doesn't allow you to swing, now you're going to be failing based off of your technique instead of based off of the decisions that you make, okay? As a hitter, I want to make sure that if I fail straight up because he just beat me, okay? Because my decision to swing was a bad decision, okay? Not because I don't have the ability to actually hit him because my technique is so poor that I can't do so, all right? And a lot of people have a ton of ability to hit. They could be great hitters, but their technique is the reason why. And they immediately assume it's because of their decision making, when really you don't even have the technique to allow yourself to make good decisions. And that sucks, okay? So if you're interested in learning more about the technique of the rear leg, go ahead and click this video up here. It's gonna pop up for you. And we have a whole little series on our YouTube that talks you through that. We also have another video right here, and that is also gonna pop up for you, and that's gonna be talking about the hand pivot, okay? So if you wanna learn more about the technique that we teach, go ahead and click those videos up there and just brainstorm and just go through all of our content because we give it all out for free anyway. So you'll be able to learn a lot about that. But now let's talk about the spot, okay? And what time I need to be able to get there. So like I said at the beginning of the video, when he starts moving, there's usually some movement on our end because the tempo and everything that he works at is important for us. We have to go off of him. But now pitchers are changing the game. They're working on having 5 different slide steps and 10 different moves in order to mess up your timing because they know that a lot of hitters don't have multiple ways to get to their spot, okay? So I think about it like this. For a majority of the pitchers that I face, a majority of them are probably going to operate at a similar tempo when there's a runner not on base, and then I'll operate at a similar tempo when a runner is on base, okay? And I have to learn what that is, and most of them operate at a similar tempo there. So for the most part, I can operate at a similar tempo for me, okay? So I have one swing, I have one load that can operate at both of those tempos. Whether he has a really quick slide step or if he has a bigger leg lift that takes a little bit, I have a tempo that I can manipulate in my swing that can go based off of that. So I think about that tempo as a 1 to 3, okay? 1 being very slow, a 3 being very fast, all right? I should have the ability to do both and get to my spot instantly. So how do you do that? It starts out with you being able to first be able to swing the moment that you step in the box, okay? There's an interview with Judge. We're gonna pop a clip in here.
My setup, I want to get in this position to where if I had to swing from right here, I could. You know, I feel comfortable where, hey, I could, if he quick pitches me or does something, I know I can take a swing from this position. So then now it's from, okay, here I can swing from, now just lift your leg and.
Yeah. In that interview, you see that he's talking about having the ability to swing the moment that he gets right here. He could take his swing, okay? And that's important because a lot of guys get in the box and they have no sense of readiness. So they actually don't have the ability to swing. And then they have a lot to get done in order to get to their spot to be able to swing. I like to teach all of our guys, we want to feel like we can immediately get our best swing off with this front toe on the ground and still rear-legged, head over the back foot, and we have an ability to swing. Regardless of how your setup is, we have the ability to, if he quick pitches us, to swing in that moment, to get a good quality swing off. That's important because it just takes us less time to actually get to our spot to swing when he goes to throw. So I'm going to break down how I get ready for a pitcher. Okay, and we're going to use one of our throwers that we had in here in live at bats. He's a professional pitcher with the Yankees, and I actually face him. So whenever the pro guys come in here, I actually do the live at bats with them. But I'm going to discuss my thought process and how we go about that against an actual live arm, so that way you guys can really see what I'm talking about in this video. Okay, but to start off, in my load, I have to have the ability to hold my rear leg, meaning when I get loaded on and around, I have to do 3 things at a really good ratio in order to feel like I can get my best swing off and then still respond to both fast and slow, okay? I've covered this in a ton of videos, but those 3 things are, I have to coil as much as I go up the back, as much as I go forward, okay? If I can do that, I have an ability to feel a stretch all the way up my back that allows me to still hold my spot without letting momentum lead the way and get me in trouble. Okay? If I don't have that feeling, that ability to hold that spot, I'm going to simply go back and then go forward. And once my head starts to get too far in front of my rear leg, okay, once my head starts to get in this area, I only have so much time to be able to respond to his pitch because I have to swing. I'm not going to have the ability to adjust if it's slow. Okay? At that point, I'm operating strictly off bat to ball skills. Hopefully I'm very athletic and I'm gifted beyond measurement, because that is an extremely difficult way to hit, okay? What's a lot easier is feeling like I have all the ability in the world to hold this spot. So if it's fast, I can swing right now. If it's slow, I can hold it for a tick and then still get a really good swing off, okay? You only have to be able to hold it for just a split second in order to get that quality swing off. But if your momentum's taking you forward, you can't, all right? So you're gonna see a video here, and it's going to be with one of our pitchers, and he's going through his windup, all right? Now, in this video, what I would be doing is waiting for him to start moving his legs. Once he starts going backwards with his legs in order to go through it, that's when I feel like that's the moment that I need to start coiling, okay? Now, the tempo at which I coil is usually at a 2. I'm not very slow. I'm also not extremely fast. So I'm at a 2, and I can still manipulate that based off how fast he moves, okay? So once he starts moving, I'm gonna start slowly picking up my leg and slowly start coiling. But for me, the moment that he breaks away, it's lock-in time, okay? And for that, I use soft focus and fine focus, meaning at the beginning, when he starts moving his legs, it's a very soft focus on him, okay? So for that soft focus, it's kind of like everything blurry. Just imagine he's just general up there, it's very blurry, okay? And then the moment that he breaks away, I immediately lock in on where he's going to release the ball. So for a right-handed thrower, it's somewhere near the ear. So I just lock in right here, because you only have so much time to actually have a high amount of focus for just a little bit of time, okay? And I want to have all that focus the moment he gets to ball release. So for me, I'm very soft focused, not a lot going on, okay? I feel like I have a sense of readiness, like I can swing right now if I need to, okay? And then the moment that he starts to move, now I kind of start my load. It's very small. I just start a little bit of a coil. I feel like I'm about to get going. Once he picks his leg up, now I'm there. And when he breaks away, fine focus. Immediately I zoom in on where he's going to be releasing the ball in a general area that he would release it, okay? So for me, yes, it does matter the tempo he works off of, but it's more important that I have a load that can hit that, okay? That can get me to my spot on time. If he quick pitches me, let's say he has a really fast slide step, if I don't have the ability right now, right before I start, to actually get a good swing off and be able to hit, if I don't have that feeling, he slide steps, now I gotta hurry up, rush, get ready, and then go, okay? A lot of guys just resort to their 2-strike approach with just toe on the ground. Sure, but why does that work for a lot of guys? Because it just removes time. It takes things away that they don't have to do in order to get it done. If this content helped you guys out, go ahead, let us know in the comments, ask some questions. We'll try our best to get back to you, and we can make video format of those questions as well, okay? And like I said in our last videos, we are trying to impact the game at the highest level, Okay, we believe that this is the best swing technique. We believe in our strength training. We believe in our throwing development. If you guys believe in that too, and you get value from our channel, like, subscribe, share this video to your friends. Appreciate you guys.